There was once an old man who had 3 sons. As the old man lay dying, he called his sons and told them of his dream. He dreamed his sons would go on a journey, and each would find one thing that would bring them happiness and riches. As he finished telling them his dream, he closed his eyes. The brothers decided they would each go to a different land to seek their happiness and riches. They promised to meet again after 1 year. The oldest son decided to go to China. When he arrived in a large city, he saw many wonderful things. He saw acrobats, magicians, and jugglers everywhere. As he walked through the city, he saw a strange little man holding up a beautiful piece of glass. He asked the strange little man, "What is that glass you are holding?" The strange little man said, "This is a magic glass. With this glass, I can see far away places." He handed his glass to the oldest son, and he too could see places far, far away. He could even see his brothers on their journeys. The oldest son said, "My father dreamed I would find one thing that would bring me happiness and riches. I think this might be it." The strange little man gave the magic glass to the oldest brother. The oldest brother thanked the man and headed back home. The middle brother traveled to a land in the Middle East. One day, he found himself in a small village. In the middle of the village, he saw a strange little man selling rugs. The middle brother said, "My father dreamed I would find one thing that would bring me happiness and riches. Do you think you could help me?" The man smiled at the middle brother and said, "I have one old carpet you might like." The strange little man shook a dusty carpet and showed it to the middle brother. As the middle brother looked at the carpet, it began to float. "What kind of carpet is this?" asked the middle brother. "It is a flying carpet that will take you anywhere you want to go. Do you think this is what your father dreamed about?" "It must be," said the middle brother. "Then you must have it," said the man. And he gave the carpet to the middle brother, who thanked the strange little man and headed back home. The youngest brother traveled to a land in Africa. He found himself in front of a small hut. Next to the hut was a beautiful golden tree. He had never seen such a tree before. Only one fruit was on the tree, a shiny red apple. A strange little man came out of the hut and asked the youngest brother, "What are you looking at?" The youngest brother said, "My father dreamed I would find one thing that would bring me happiness and riches. What is this fruit?" "Oh, this is a magic apple," said the strange little man. "What does it do?" asked the youngest brother. "You will know when the time comes," said the man. So the youngest brother took the apple from the strange little man and went back home. After a year, the brothers met at their home and showed each other the things they had found. The oldest brother took out his magic glass. When he held up the glass, he saw a distant kingdom where a princess lay in bed close to death. The second brother said, "We can all get on my magic carpet and fly to the princess." They got on the carpet and flew to that distant kingdom. The king was very sad and told the brothers that all the doctors could not help his daughter. If someone could save his daughter, they could marry her and have half of his kingdom. The youngest brother suddenly felt the magic apple get warmer and warmer as it started to glow in his hand. "I think I can help your daughter," he said. The king led the brothers to the princess. When the youngest brother saw the princess, he cut the apple in half and let the juice drip into her mouth. In a few seconds, the princess felt stronger and sat up. She was cured. The king was very happy. He hugged his daughter and said, "The man who saved my daughter will marry her." The brothers began to argue, because each one thought he had saved the princess. The oldest brother said, "If we did not have my magic glass, we would not have known the princess was ill. I should marry the princess." The middle brother said, "If we did not have my flying carpet, we would not have gotten here in time to save the life of the princess. I should marry the princess." The youngest brother said, "It was my magic apple that saved her life. I should marry the princess." The king asked his daughter to decide which brother she should marry. The princess looked at the oldest brother and said, "Do you still have your magic glass?" The oldest brother said, "Yes, princess, I do." The princess asked the middle brother, "Do you still have your flying carpet?" The middle brother said, "Yes, princess, I do." The princess then asked the youngest brother, "Do you still have your magic apple?" The youngest brother shook his head sadly and said, "No, princess. Once I squeezed it, the apple was gone. I have nothing." The princess smiled and said to her father, "I will marry the youngest brother because he gave up all he had to save my life." So the princess married the youngest brother. He and the princess asked the two other brothers to stay, and in time they all ruled the kingdom together. Their father's dream had come true.